Yes, it's that time of the day, Sunday afternoon, when everybody's cutting the grass. Nice weather. Shall we crack on? Before we do, just want to tell you that it was a week ago when we put some fertiliser and weed killer on, and we've been away for a few days. So there's been no mowing and no watering. So it's going to look a bit dry. So the plan for today, we're going to get it mowed, get it looking nice. And then we're going to put some emerald green on, and we're going to put some seaweed on. Let's crack on. Right, so the lawnmower, the engine flooded, and I've been trying to get it going, and I couldn't get it going, so I've left it and I just pushed the mower up and down. Still got the nice stripes in. So we're going to put some emerald green on now. Not going to bother with seaweed. I might do that tomorrow, but this just simply around about 4ml in 30ml of water, something like that, and that will cover a square metre. So you just need to figure out how many square metres you've got. My lawn is about 70 square metres, so that's 280ml of this, which is about half, just over half, and yeah, 30ml times 7, 3 times 7 is 2.1 litres. You can put more water in if you want, it just means you've got to go over your lawn more times. So if you want to put 4.2 litres in, you can, for example, with a 70 square metre lawn. As long as you get the right amount of product. Don't have to be absolutely perfectly accurate with this. As long as you are roughly around the guide, you will be absolutely fine. So you should always put a bit of water in first. This is the Oregon backpack sprayer, which I have used a few times, and I've done a video on this, unpacking, setting up and using, and it's been in the shed for the last year and a half and gets used every now and again, and it's still going fine. It's just a budget one, but it does the trick. So we'll start off with a bit of water. So I'm going to put in just over half of one of these. If you want to check some out, this is on my website, lawnwriter.co.uk/shop. Just give it a good shake. Alright, let's get this on. What you do, you just walk up and down in lines, overlap the previous line a little bit, not too much. But as you walk, you keep pumping this to maintain the pressure in the back of the sprayer. Okay, so we're done. The main thing now is to keep this nice and wet. A few times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, deeply. Either first thing in the morning or early evening. Don't do it late evening. Now, for this size, I'll be looking at about probably 15 minutes, something like that. And what the emerald green's going to do, once it's watered in, it's going to act a little bit like a sticky glue around the roots. And when we give it some water, the water's just going to stay there, and the grass can make use of it, as opposed to it sort of draining through. So I'm making sure every part gets a good watering in. So I'm going to carry on with this. Don't let them on here. So the point I'm trying to get to is that you don't have to spend a fortune, you don't have to buy lots and lots of different products. If you mow regular and raise your cutting height, you're doing a few good things, okay? When you cut higher, you imagine a tree, it's got bigger roots than a little house plant, okay? So if you let the grass get taller, the roots become bigger and deeper. And then it can withstand disease and things like that, and attacks from pests a lot better. So it's always better to mow a little bit longer if you can. I mean, some types of grass can tolerate really short. And if you want to go down that route, that is absolutely fine. But this year, on this lawn, I'm not doing it. This year, it's just going to be about mowing and watering a few times a week. The mowing is going to be a lot more regular. And we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if these supposed creeping rise will actually creep, which were put down last year. Yeah, so the only other thing I'm going to put on is occasional a bit of fertiliser from time to time, emerald green and maybe a bit of seaweed, but I'm going to see how we get on. That is the plan for this year, so you're going to see later on in the year how this actually turns out. Now, this is what it looks like a week ago, and I'll put some footage on the screen now, so you can see how it's really sort of brown. Yes, we'd cut it short, but it was in quite a state. So what we've done, we put fertiliser on last week, and this week we put some emerald green on, and this week we're going to start the watering and the regular mowing. So I'm going to get the rest of this mowed. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and we'll take it from there. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys at the next one.